Tea from Assam by Arup Kumar Datta. Hello students. Today we are going to start the third part of Glimpses of India, that is tea from Assam. Assam tea is world famous. Assam, which is situated in the eastern part of India, abounds in tea, and tea plantation not only adds to the beauty of the state but also helps in the economic growth. The antioxidant found in the tea helps us in many ways. Let us see what's the author wants to say about tea. Tea from Assam. Pranjal, a youngster from Assam, is Rasbir's classmate at school in Delhi. Pranjal's father is the manager of a tea garden in Upper Assam, and Pranjal has invited Rasbir to visit his home during the summer vacation. So here we have got two characters. First is Rasbir and the second is Pranjal. So both are classmates. They are studying in a school in Delhi. Now they are coming to Assam and they are coming to Pranjal's house, which is located in Assam, and his father is working in a tea garden. Chai garam, garam chai. A vendor called out in a high-pitched voice. Now, what is vendor? Vendor is a hawker or seller. If you happen to travel by train, you have seen number of vendors or sellers coming every now and then to sell their products. Similarly, here we have got a vendor selling tea. He came up to their window and asked, "Chai Saab, give us 2 cups," Pranjal said. They sipped the steaming hot liquid. So now, as the vendor is asking for tea, and Pranjal has ordered 2 cups of tea for himself as well as Rasbir, who is traveling by train, and they are coming to Assam from Delhi. They sipped the steaming hot liquid. Almost everyone in their compartment was drinking tea too. So tea is world famous and everybody is drinking tea in the compartment. Do you know that over 80 crore cups of tea are drunk every day throughout the world? Rasbir said. So the first information about the tea is shared by Rasbir, that over 80 crores of tea, just a bulk, a huge amount, 80 crore cups of tea are drunk every day throughout the world. "View!" exclaimed Pranjal. "Tea really is very popular." Pranjal is happy because he belongs to Assam and he is proud. He is saying that tea has become very popular nowadays. The train pulled out of the station. Pranjal buried his nose in his detective book again. Rasbir too was an ardent fan of detective stories, but at the moment he was keener on looking at the beautiful scenery. Here, ardent means passionate or keen. So, in this paragraph, we have got what the boys are doing while traveling. Pranjal, what he is doing? He is reading a detective book. And Rasbir is not reading at all. He is a passionate lover of detective books, but he is not reading a detective book because he is enjoying the beauty outside. He has come to Assam for the first time and he doesn't want to read now. He doesn't want to spend his time reading books. He wants to enjoy the beauty of nature. It was green everywhere. Rasbir had never seen so much greenery before. Then the soft green paddy fields gave way to tea bushes. Shrub with small or moderate height, that is already chopped off. So tea bushes, you have seen, it is not very large. It is cut off and the newly sprouted leaves are plucked, and these are very suitable for tea. So here they have seen, Rasbir has seen for the first time so much greenery in Assam, because he is staying in Delhi and he never has experienced such a beautiful natural scenery. And they have seen paddy fields also. After the paddy fields, they have seen tea plantation. It was a magnificent view. Magnificent means very impressive. So it is very impressive for Rasbir. Against the backdrop of densely wooded hills, a sea of tea bushes stretched as far as the eye could see. So now they have seen that the tea bushes, tea plantation, and the back side of it, there is a wooden. Tea plantation requires hilly area. Hilly area is most suitable for the growth of tea. And so here we have seen that the tea plantation are covered in some hills, and against it there is dense forest, densely wooded hills. So large trees can be seen at the back. Dwarfing the tiny tea plants were tall, sturdy shade trees, and amidst the orderly rows of bushes busily moved doll-like figures. Now dwarfing means in folklore, in some myths, a short human-like character, and here dwarfing is used for the trees, for these tea bushes, because they are shortly trimmed, because when it is shortly trimmed, then only it can sprout new leaves, which is suitable for our tea. And in these short bushes, tea bushes, amidst these tea bushes, you can see some large trees also, because tea plantation requires shade, and that is why in tea garden you have seen large trees in between. It gives shades to the small tea plants. And amidst it, who is moving? Doll-like figures. Who are the doll-like figures? They are the tea garden girls who used to carry basket and pluck tea leaves. So from a distance, they seems to be doll-like. In the distance was an ugly building with smoke billowing out of tall chimneys. So large tea gardens are always attached to factories. So factories used to produce tea. And here also you can see smoke billowing. Billowing means rolling, waving. It is coming out, emerging from the chimneys of these factories. Hey, a tea garden! Rasbir cried excitedly. So Rasbir is very excited. He has seen a tea garden for the first time in his life. Pranjal, who had been born and brought up on a plantation, didn't share Rasbir's excitement. So Pranjal, of course, will not feel any kind of excitement, since he is born and brought up here in the garden, which is managed by his father. Oh, this is a tea country now, he said. Assam has the largest concentration of plantation in the world. You will see enough gardens to last you a lifetime. So he says that Assam is now world famous, in fact, for tea production, and you will see a lot of tea gardens. He is telling his friend Rasbir, that he will find lot of such tea gardens as he is coming to Assam. I have been reading as much as I could about tea, Rasbir said. No one really knows who discovered tea, but there are many legends. Now Rasbir has already done his homework. He has gathered lot of information about tea by reading books. Now he wants to share another information, that there are some legends. Legends means fable, myth, story, which is associated with the origin of tea, the discovery of tea, how the tea was discovered. What legends? Well, there's the one about Chinese emperor who always boiled water before drinking it. One day, a few leaves of twigs burning under the pot fell into the water, giving it a delicious flavor. It is said they were tea leaves. Now, emperor. Emperor is dictator or monarch or a king. So, one legend is about the Chinese emperor. There was a Chinese monarch, a king who discovered tea accidentally. How? He was in the habit of boiling water before drinking. He used to drink lukewarm water. Now, one day what happened? As he was boiling tea using some branches, one of the leaves of that branches fall accidentally into that water, and when he drank the water, it gave a delicious releasing kind of taste, flavor to this Chinese emperor. So he was very much happy to have it, and later he might have communicated it to the people, and gradually people came to know that by using this leaves in boiling water, you can get a delicious flavor, and that was the origin of tea. Another legend is that, tell me another, scoffed Pranjal. Pranjal is scoffing now Razbir. Scoff means mock, ridicule, because he is now ashamed. He has not been aware of this before, and that is why he is mocking. In a mocking way, he is asking, tell me the other. We have an Indian legend too. Bodhidharma, an ancient Buddhist ascetic, cut off his eyelids because he felt sleepy during meditation. 10 tea plants grew out of the eyelids. The leaves of these plants, when put in hot water and drunk, banish sleep. So this legend is about another, that is Bodhidharma. Bodhidharma was a Buddhist ascetic. Ascetic means a monk, a monastic. So he used to feel sleepy during meditation. Meditation? Dhyan. So he used to feel sleepy, drowsy. Now to sleep during meditation is not regarded as a good sign, as he was an ascetic. So he cut off his eyelids, and it is said that 10 tea plants grew out of his eyelids. And when people used to drink this liquid by using that plants, that the leaves of the plants, it used to banish sleep, cast out sleep, remove the sleep. People don't feel sleepy after drinking it. So that was another legend associated with origin of tea. Tea was first drunk in China, Razbir added, as far back as 2700 BC. In fact, words such as tea, chai and chini are from Chinese. Tea came to Europe only in the 16th century and was drunk more as medicine than beverage. So he also adds that at first it was drunk in China. Later on, it came to other parts of the world like Europe and all European countries in the 16th century only. But in China, it was used in 2700 BC. Before that also. So at first it was used more as medicine than as beverage. What are the other beverages? Coffee, etc. But tea seems to be most popular among all these beverages. The train clattered into Mariani Junction. The boys collected their luggage and pushed their way to the crowded platform. Now clattered means rattle, a sound, because the train is moving and it is going to approach a junction. Junction is a little bigger than station. So Mariani is a junction. Mariani is in Assam, is in Jorhat. The boys collected their luggage. Luggage means their personal belongings like bags, suitcase, etc. for traveling, and pushed their way to crowded platform. And they are pushing the crowd. There are lots of people now. Some are coming to board the train, while some are coming down, and they have already got down in a platform. Platform, if you have traveled by train, you know, platform 1, 2, like that. There are some places given where you can board the train or climb down. Pranjal's parents were waiting for them. So now here Pranjal's parents were waiting, because Pranjal's father is the tea garden manager and Razbir has come to Pranjal's house. Soon they were driving towards Dhekiabari, the tea garden managed by Pranjal's father. Now they are moving to Dhekiabari. Dhekiabari is the tea garden which is managed by Pranjal's father. An hour later, the car veered. Veered means changed direction suddenly, sharply off the main road. Now they have taken a sharp turn. They crossed a cattle bridge. Cattle bridge is generally made of metal. Some bars are there so that cattle cannot pass, and that is why it is named as cattle bridge. But human being, pedestrian, cars, vehicles can pass very easily and enter Dhekiabari tea estate. So after crossing that cattle bridge, they entered Dhekiabari tea estate. On both sides of the gravel road were acres upon acres of tea bushes. Acre means a unit of land like bighas, like kathas. So here acre is larger than bighas. And here you have seen acres and acres of tea gardens only, because they have already entered the tea garden Dhekiabari. And gravel road is a little stony, it's not pits. All neatly pruned to the same height. These tea bushes are pruned, chopped off to the same height. Groups of tea pluckers with bamboo baskets on their backs, wearing plastic aprons, were plucking the newly sprouted leaves. So these tea garden girls, boys, whoever they are plucking the tea leaves and putting them into their baskets on their backside. You might have seen in pictures. I have already also included in the slideshow. Pranjal's father slowed down to allow a tractor pulling a trailer load of tea garden to pass. Now they have passed a tractor which is carrying the tea leaves. This is second flush or sprouting period. Sprouting period. Flush means bountiful or abundant. So it is the time, second flush. This is second time, second sprouting season. Sprouting means germinating season. So this is the best. This is one of the best time. There is two time. This is the second time they can sprout the tea leaves. And Razbir is actually asking whether it is the second time to pluck leaves, most suitable time. Razbir asked, it lasts from May to July and yields the best tea. So he says that this season starts from May and ends in July. So this is the best time, and this results, yields means results, generate the best tea can be got during this time. You seem to have done your homework before coming, Pranjal's father said in surprise. So Pranjal's father is little surprised how he knows so much of thing about tea, and he humorously said that he has already done his homework. Yes, Mr. Barua, Razbir admitted, but I hope to learn much more while I am here. So he has already read theoretically, but he wants to get a first-hand experience here by staying during his summer vacation in a tea garden, and to know many things about it. So here ends our video. Thank you for watching. Please comment, subscribe. Thank you all.